What would you do if you didn't get this job? Like if we ended up, you know, doing this interview and then you went home and I emailed you and I said, you know, I'm sorry, this doesn't work out. Mm-hmm. And I guess what would your next steps be?
I mean, I would be very upset at first. The first couple days would be really rough, but I think I'm at the point, I've learned so much from this experience that, job or not, it's been really, really valuable to me. So I think just knowing how I've dealt with disappointment in the past, I would eventually, after a couple days, just be able to say, I got that far, and that's awesome, and I can still go out and do great things. They're just not going to be exactly what I wanted them to be.
What do you want to do with Child's Play? Let's say that you got the job. How do you envision the future of Child's Play in a year or 2 years from now?
My name is Jamie Dillon, and I am an applicant for the Child's Play position, the project management position. I think I would have to be insane not to have a little bit of nerves. I'm confident in myself, but you always, you know, it's a job interview and it's a dream job, so, you know, of course I want to say everything right and do everything right, but in the scope of things, I'm less nervous than I thought I would be, so I'm pretty excited for the whole experience.
Tell us why you want this job.
I think that I know I could do well at it. And I know that it's something that I would wake up every single morning pumped to go to work.
Are you a huge nerd?
Yes.
Okay.
I would say so. I am a budding nerd. My nerddom was repressed as a child. I was not allowed to be a nerd, so I'm just now discovering all of this awesome stuff. My mom couldn't have kids, adopted me. I was the princess.
I see. Okay, so these things, this is before she could have conceived of a girl who was a geek.
It didn't exist yet. What would your advice be? You're sitting here.
Oh, we told you we could not get this job.
I know that you don't think you could get the job, but what would your advice be in general?
Be 100% honest. I think that would be my advice.
Starting now. No more, no more bullshit.
Rewind.
I mean, our advice for you would be that we only want people who are in it to change the world. We expect you to be the entire Jamie. You know, we're ready to have actual conversations. We don't have any time to fuck around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
And what I've heard so far is really good.
So we've been through this before, except Erica.
I think we should hire Erica.
All right, so we've been through this before.
Wins, yeah.
All right, so shut up! We've all been through this before, and Erica, except Erica, who I guess is really nervous about the process and does not like being in this position, as Brian felt the same when he went through it the first time. But let's go around the table.
I thought that Jamie was the lowest of the three. She's very young, very nice, but she sort of had prepared answers. And when I tried to get her to veer off course, she sort of froze.
I think that Jamie is the lump of clay that I think that we have the most potential to mold into something great, but also has sort of the least experience, obviously, because I mean, she is the youngest and she's had the least number of jobs.
We were pretty impressed with Jamie, actually.
Yeah, I think we liked Jamie's answers to that the best because she really had kind of just a solid presentation. We were able to ask her what the elevator pitch was for Child's Play, and I think she did a really good job with that.
If I didn't know what I was going to ask tomorrow, I would say Jamie is my top choice, but I know tomorrow
it's gonna, yeah.
Like, I don't know if she will run out the fucking office and go grab a taxi. you are going to be posting the forums, which I know that you are very comfortable with. They have been notified of your presence, and you're just going to have a dialogue with them during our interview. Here's the thing. I would love to hire you, but I've got some pretty major concerns. Primarily what we had talked about earlier, as far as your, I don't know whether it's your prowess on the internet, and or whether it is just merely being very, very connected online. So, I have read everything that you have posted in the last 5 years. I know that everyone here does not have this type of internet history. And I don't know whether it is a generational gap or if it's just the type of person we have here, but it's a real concern. It's a real concern.
I think that's an extremely valid concern, and I'm more than prepared to take steps to mitigate that in whatever ways possible.
I do wonder if even deleting the account and essentially scraping and scrubbing your entire internet history would solve the issue. And I don't know, I mean, that's a question that sort of we need to think about on our end. That is a whiteboard.
Yes, it is.
Plan a Super Bowl party. It is 140 characters, which represents a tweet. Let people know that we have $3 million in donations this year. It's our best year ever. Sound excited without sounding like we're gloating.
I was expecting it to be this intense. A lot of people were associating intense with like scary or, you know, intimidating in kind of a mean, angry sense, but everybody's been really, really nice. It's just a deservedly rigorous process. They have so many people to pick from. They need the best talent. This is a small office. There's so few people. So making it work is vital.
All right. Kristen, you want to start?
Yeah, okay. So I think that Jamie is our best bet out of the candidates. I think that she's got the most potential. She is less experienced, but I think that gives us more opportunity to kind of mold her into someone who would be the ideal frontman for Child's Play.
I do think that she did have an advantage over the other candidates because she's so used to the forums, and I think that's something to be accounted for.
Yeah.
I also did get the sense from her that she would do anything. She would work any amount of hours. I think she's very eager to dive into something that will encompass her life.
I was drilling on her on how my biggest concern of hers was that she had this whole online history that I think that people in her generation took for granted in terms of not realizing that shit out there is there forever. Like, she blogs about her personal life extensively, and she has. I mean, admittedly, it's gotten way better in the last 2 years, but still, I mean, I read everything that she'd written back in the 2006. Everything. And we're talking like this is when she was in like a sophomore in high school, right? Which is unfair.
Whoa.
But at the same time, it's still out there. There were a lot of challenging elements to the interview, and she handled it. To be honest, I think that she handled it the best amongst all three.
Did she instill enough faith in you that the weaknesses that we thought she had are not enough to hold her back?
She did as good as she could have possibly done given the circumstances of it. All right, so little bit of role playing. Let's just pretend that this had to have happened, which is that I'm one of your close friends, and you get home on Tuesday night and I call you up. How did it go?
It went well. I really enjoyed being there.
Doesn't sound like you're talking to a friend.
I'm like, okay, let me close my eyes and get into it.
We all agreed that Jamie was the best candidate. Not only was the best candidate, but was actually the right person for the job. And now it's just a matter of letting her know. I've lured her in under a false pretense of letting her think that this is another round for the interview process, when, you know, she's already got the job, so hopefully she doesn't fuck this up.
It was really scary, but I feel like I was myself and I showed who I was, and so that's all I can really depend on at this point. You know, I've made it this far, I've got past the technical aspects, and, you know, obviously still really, really want the job. It reinforced that I want the job to me, because it's just, they're doing amazing stuff there, and I want to be a part of it.
I know that some of the other folks want to ask you some questions as well, so let me go grab them. Our big concern is that who we want to be part of the team. We want it to be as good of a fit for us as vice versa, as far as our company is for you.
Yeah.
And we were wondering if you'd like to be a part of this.
Is that like a question? Is that even legitimate? Of course.
It is a
Like, that's
question.
exactly
Okay.
what I want to do with my life.
Well, thank you. Well, then welcome to Penny Arcade.
If this door was open, I would be doing a canoe sprint around the ping pong table.
Congratulations.
Hey, Mom. How's it going? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So tell me what.
Well, I went in, and Robert had more questions about how I would fit in there and how the interview process went overall, and I got the job.
Oh my God.
Say hello to my new coworkers.
Oh my God.
I think the interview process was more challenging than previous iterations of it. The big challenge was that we had 3 very, very qualified candidates. What still, at the end of the day, came out of it was that we had a clear decision. So I guess it still works.
Being at a loss for words is not good for cameras, but that's exactly how I feel right now. I'm completely at a loss. I can't put into words how excited and motivated and terrified and enthusiastic I am. I'm working for Penny Arcade for Child's Play, helping kids, working with gamers. There aren't words in this language to describe how awesome that is.
Despite the popularity of season 1's new hire episodes with Erica, Lexi, and Matt, we decided that this go around we were just going to focus on whoever won. We felt that, you know, since it was for Child's Play and whatnot, that it'd probably be better to just focus on the winner. But for future hires, we'll bring that format back.